So now, while we are still on this concept of a bigger picture, I'll want you to jump onto this slide with me where we just look at the professional, or rather the competency framework. And I like this little diagram right here because it just then summarizes the entire qualification so that, and it's in skills. So it's not necessarily in what? It's not necessarily in syllabus format. It is actually in skills. What kind of skills? That's the question. So as you can see, here, when you think about the kind of person that you're going to be and the things that you will need to embrace, and I'm sure sometime right now you might be saying that, sure, I'm not good here, I'm not so strong here, but that's where the excitement should come from. Because when you look at it, the competency framework then encompasses technical skills, which is generally what we normally call subjects. So we studied, or for myself, I studied accounting, I studied auditing, tax, management accounting, and finance. So those help me to really build my technical skills. But the world has evolved. No one just wants someone who's good technically, but they have to bring a bit more. And one of the things that I found in my journey as the CEO at Endunamo is that I need more than technical. I don't wake up every day and ask an accounting question to solve the problem that is on the table. I don't wake up and solve an auditing question. I don't wake up and solve a tax issue on a daily basis. Yes, the ability to think through those things and the impact that they may have on my business, it's significant. But I have to think much broadly than that. So how so? What kind of things that are really significant in executing my responsibility and my mandate here? For instance, I need business skills to be able to stop and realize where is the world. The organization, for instance, has gone through COVID. We started our journey face to face, all good, but then the world just shifted where now we couldn't deliver our traditional model. And that required a shift in mindset, where again, the technical skills were not going to be what were going to help solve the problem that was at hand. So every finance professional, every business leader will need to have some business skills. And these are really captured in this competency framework. How so? There is a pillar that focuses on strategy in terms of developing it, in terms of evaluating it, in terms of looking at the environment, in terms of evaluating the success after its implementation, coming up with critical success factors, key performance indicators. All those things are part of strategy process. And in this kind of world where now we don't always see the next party or business as an adversary, but rather as a participant, it is good to understand the concept of an ecosystem. How do you build an ecosystem around your organization? So those are some of the things that are really shaping businesses today and that we get to unpack in the CMA qualification journey, meaning that once you're done, you'll have this kind of thinking. Then it's not only that. At any point in time, every entrepreneur will get to that point where they say, I can't do this on my own. I need a team. So you will then need to demonstrate and also execute on your leadership skills. Where now you are no longer a one-man show, but you've gotten to have a team, peers, people that report to you, people that work with you, people that probably expect a little bit out of you. And now that requires, again, more than the technical skills. That requires skills like how to build an effective team, how to coach the people that are in your team, how to put structures that will allow your team to grow. And because the world keeps on changing, as I made an example of COVID, it requires the ability to navigate those things with your people. So change management is one of the things that this particular qualification then exposes you to. Then we've got people skills, which is related and follows through what leadership. Because one of your biggest roles is to influence. It is to negotiate, make decisions. So you need, again, more than technical skills. So sure enough, you probably need a relevant costing calculation sometime, but more often than not, sometimes you need that ability to say that this doesn't work, but you can talk your way through to making it work. And that gets to be much more important when the numbers are not sticking up. But they're not sticking up because someone has just got a different perspective or view than the one you have. So it's not that you need to fix the numbers, but you just need to fix the perspective, the perception. So those kind of things and kind of skills are the ones that you need in order to navigate your organization successfully. Then lastly is digital skills. As the world grows, as we get to connect with people outside our borders, like for instance, NOM having been accredited to have an APC program outside the borders of South Africa, one therefore needs much more than technical skills to navigate that space. How do you still remain relevant? How do you extend your presence, recognizing your limitation as a person, as an organization? So that's where digital skills come in. What kind of information needs to be available? Where? How do we then build a business model around technology? How do we disrupt even ourselves, the way we've been doing things, so that we can be innovative and we can still deliver value? And talking about value, all these things come together, and you will see that one of the biggest things that we talk about and that this particular qualification focuses on, and not just the qualification, but the world focuses on value creation. So we're going to unpack that very intensively, such that by the time you are done with this qualification, by the time you get into a meeting, you are thinking about, how do I add value? And as you will later see, it's not just about you. How do you add value even for others? So those are the things. That's why I'm saying I wanted to start here, so that you can really get the excitement that I've got in terms of where we are taking this. But we are taking it to a very, very exciting place. And to think it's not my own thinking, it's really the thinking that I'm just sharing in terms of what this syllabus is all about, what the professional qualification really represents. Right, let's go unpack it some more.